What up, y'all? My name Dorzell, and I just jumped off the porch with Dirty Glove Bastard.
I'm a shelter child, yeah, I really came from nothing. I was running through the streets, you know I bump into some money. I'm a method guy, so you thought.
Yes, sir, yes, sir. We right back at it, y'all. We got the one and only Dorzell jumping off the porch with us today. What's up, bro?
What up with you, gang?
Man, coolin', my G. How you feeling?
Feeling good, I'm feeling good.
Word, that's what's up, man. Shit, welcome off the porch, bro. Appreciate you coming to gracing the porch, man.
Nah, for sure. I appreciate you allowing me to be here, you know what I'm saying? I'm fucking with it, you know, I fuck with y'all whole setup, everything y'all got going on. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, I appreciate it, bro. Appreciate it, man. We've been putting on, you know what I'm saying? So, so you coming to us from Battle Creek, Michigan.
Yeah.
Word, that's what's up, man. And I've never heard of Battle Creek. So, you know, put me on game, man. Like, what part of Michigan is that from?
All right, so like it's a small city. It's about like an hour and a half away from Detroit.
Okay.
Southwest Michigan type shit. So like, if you eat cereal, like Kellogg's, Post, you look in the back of that box, we gonna be on there, because that's where it started from. That's where cereal originated from. Yeah. It's from where I'm from and all that shit.
Okay. Shit, so what, home of the Frosted Flakes?
Yeah, type shit.
Word.
Yeah.
No, I could dig that. And what's the vibe in Battle Creek, bro? Because, I mean, just, you know, most of us that know about Michigan, we know about Detroit. Yeah. Then we got put on to Flint. And then we start seeing like how much of a different feel Flint is from Detroit. Is Battle Creek the same way? Is it like a whole different vibe?
It's very different from both of the places. One, just off of the strength of it being a small city, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then it's just like, even like, maybe even the people like culturally in the area might be a little different, you know, you know what I'm saying? But like, it's kind of just like anywhere else. You know, you got the streets, you got the suburbs, you got the people getting money, you got the people that ain't getting no money. Yeah. You got the people who, but one thing I can say about like, you know, a lot of places other than us, I feel like, you know, a lot of places get to see like a different vision from what we get to see growing up where we from and being so small. Yeah. Like I always tell people, when people normally see people walking around with chains and riding in nice cars and shit, it's because they're doing some bullshit. But when you in a place like Atlanta or somewhere, you know, that's somewhere you might walk up to a motherfucker asking what they do, and they don't be no street shit, they don't be no selling drugs, scamming, they be on some whole legal shit. Right. So it make your dreams different, you know what I'm saying? So I could say that's like what's different. You know what I'm saying? But it's pretty much just like anywhere else, for real. Just, you know, small city vibes, trying to be on some fast city shit. Yeah,
no, I can dig it. And then like with the lingo, is there a lot different lingo, or do y'all pick up some lingo from the D or from Flint, or like how, you know, how does that work?
I'm gonna say for like me, I be a little bit of everywhere, so I pick up shit from almost everywhere I go. Okay. Like I've been to damn near more than, well, not damn near, I've been to more than half of the United States, just ain't been out the country and shit. So I'm always traveling, but like I know the young motherfuckers be having like their different lingo now, like being around like my little cousins and shit. I done heard like some little different shit they done said before, but as far as like, it kind of do be coming from like mostly like Detroit and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like that area where the bigger city gon' kind of like build the way for the whole state in a way, you know what I'm saying?
Nah, absolutely. I mean, like you'll see the bigger city had an influence on most of the smaller cities.
So that's what everybody trying to copy and follow and be like, you know what I'm saying? Like not everybody, but that's what, you know, normal people, that's what they gonna be on, you know what I'm saying? Just like if somebody from here, not from Atlanta, they could be from Columbus, but they acting like a motherfucker that's from here. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because that's, you know, that's what's near them, that's what's popping, so you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Word. No, I could dig it. So man, what was your childhood like, bro? Like what type of cat was you coming up?
So shit like coming up, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna get too far off into it, but motherfucking how I went through the struggle just like everybody else, you know what I'm saying? You know, I went through having it, and then motherfucking my mom losing it all, you know, going through shelters and all of that shit, foster care and shit like that. And really just going out on my own, building my own way, just seeing all of that stuff going on just made me kind of just be like, when I was younger, I just was a lot more aware, I guess I could say, of just realizing how much of me being of like an extra person, even just being around caused more money, more shit. And I was just a kid. But it made me get out early and even be on my own hustle and learn how to get my own and provide for myself. So I don't got to be a burden on nobody. Yeah. I got my own. You ain't got to worry about me. I ain't got to worry about you. You know what I'm saying? If I fuck with you, I got you type shit.
Word. And did you have any like big homies, mentors? You know what I'm saying? Kind of giving you guidance along the way.
I'm gonna say like I had a couple people that I could say like I looked up to as far as in a way like of just making me want to get on my shit. But that wasn't like early on. Like early on, it was pretty much just me just seeing shit and me just knowing where I wanted to be at and just hustling because I knew that's just where I wanted to be and that's where I wanted to get, you know. But as I got older and shit, like my dog Twan and shit, you know, that was like an older homie I was around and shit. And just like going out with him, going to the clubs like that, him paying for motherfuckers to get in and shit, motherfuckers not having it, made me be like, you know, I don't like that feeling. Like I don't like being that person that needs you to pay for me to go in the club. Then when I'm in here, I can't do nothing and all of this, you know. And I'm young at the time, but I'm just like, you know, that shit like that, and me seeing him do shit like that made me be like, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get like that, you know?
Yeah. And at what age would you say you jumped off the porch?
Shit, I jumped off the porch. I've been in the streets since I was like 12. Not all the way just on no bullshit, but just far as just being in the streets, going through real life shit. Yeah. Since like 12. Like really being on my own and shit.
Word. And would you say that at that age, were you in the streets because of your infatuation with the lifestyle, or was it more because of the circumstances that your life had you under?
My shit was way more circumstantial because it was just like either while I was at home, if we was at home, we was gonna be struggling. So it was just like I would hit the streets just to, you know, make my way. It was never just to just be out here dang little motherfuckers doing bullshit. It was always to make sure we eating, you know?
Yeah, word. No, I could dig it. Do you ever, when you look back at those times, like, do you ever see like alternative routes that you could have took or other ways that you could have done
Hell
it?
Yeah,
or
all the time. Cause I always be like, cause every day I feel like I'm getting smarter cause I ain't one of the people that don't like keep educating myself. Yeah. So I steady educate myself. So it always be like, damn, I just know if this one happened, I could have did this, went this route. I know it's like hella routes, but it just be like, at the end of the day, I gotta live in the present. I can't live in the future or the past. I gotta live in the now. So right now, you know what I'm saying, I'm doing my shit. I'm gonna keep this shit popping and make sure we do what it do.
Word. And you mentioned like moving around to different shelters and, you know, things like that. Like, can you speak to that?
Yeah, so basically, long story short, my mom like had like a daycare and shit, and then recession hit. She had to get her license all over again. So that like fucked like her whole groove up. You know what I'm saying? So with her doing that, shit just like, I don't know. Me being so young, I don't really know all what happened. I just remember when shit got to going downhill. Yeah. When the lights got to getting turned off, and it's only one flush on the toilet left because the water off and shit like that. And I'm just over here like, and I'm like noticing this shit, and then just like hearing my mom always saying shit like, oh, you keep the light on, you eating too much, you doing this, and that type of shit instilled in me like, okay, like not saying like I'm the problem, but it just be like I am adding to the problem. You know what I'm saying? And that's just how I thought, you know what I'm saying? So that's what made me want to just go out and just do my own shit and just get my own pay, you know? Yeah. Cause like I said, I don't want to be a burden on nobody.
Yeah, nah, you had to grow up fast.
Yeah, for sure. You know, then my mom, you know, she had her little habits going on, gambling habits and shit like that, you know. She pulled through all of that shit, but you know what I'm saying, a lot of that shit didn't help, you know, at the time, so. Yeah. So me and my little sister, you know what I'm saying, I'm taking care of pretty much her and me. Yeah. Until I really felt like, you know, and then another thing, it was just like, I felt like as long as my moms and shit was gonna be doing what she was doing, if I stayed at the crib, it was gonna enable her to feel like she could still go do it because I'm here for my sister. But if I'm not here, she's not gonna call on nobody else to take care of her but me. So it's gonna force her to be there instead of where she would rather be. You know what I'm saying? And that, you know what I'm saying? So I was just thinking like, there's a lot of different ways I was thinking, and it just made me the conclusion just to go out on my own and do my own shit.
Man, that's heavy though for a teenager. You know what I'm saying? No, like, how was you able How was you able to like not flash out at times like that?
Shit, it was times that I flashed out, but it was mainly because like I definitely had friends and shit like that, cousins and shit that was like there for me. And I'm not even talking about like older motherfuckers. Like I got older motherfuckers that was it. Like it's a couple older motherfuckers like cousins, like my cousin Kia and then like my cousin Rod and like Jalen and shit like that. But like other than like them for real, it was mostly probably just like friends and me just like keeping a cool mind, just cause when I just always understood like always just getting mad when I was younger just always wasn't the solution, because I used to just see it never be the solution.
Yeah.
So I just always just try to figure out the logical way to make shit better and make shit happen.
Word. And then I heard in some of your music, like you mentioned, you know, losing your pops. So I wanted to ask you, did you have a relationship with him growing up, and what was that like?
Not really. Okay. You know, for real. I thought somebody else was my dad for like majority of my, like not majority, before a small portion of my childhood.
Yeah.
But he was like always in my life because I always knew that I was like my older brother's dad and shit. So, but as far as even when I did figure out, we wasn't really close like that. It's, you know, it's nothing but love, but you know what I'm saying? I don't got that many memories of them, but you know, the ones I got, I hold dear too. You know what I'm saying?
For sure, cherish.
You know, my pops, he got killed here in Georgia, in Columbus.
Oh man, sorry about that.
Yeah, about and then they're going on 8 years.
Okay, word. At what point did you find that you wanted to tap into music? Like when did you?
I always, just like my whole life, everything that I kind of revolved was around like entertainment. Like even with like just wanting to do just fucking with my mom, just doing little skits, just acting, just playing with her, and then just writing books and like movie scripts and shit like that. Music just came along, like, cause when I was younger I used to sing a lot. My mom just heard me just singing one day and she got on some Joe Jackson shit. Not the beating, but she got on some like, oh, I hear you got a voice, I'm on your ass.
Yeah.
So then like after my grandma died and shit, I really wasn't fucking with it like that. Like I sung at her funeral, I wasn't feeling it for real. So then after that, I just was just like, shit, but I do like music, so I'm gonna be rapping. And then when I was younger in middle school, I used to just make comedy raps about food, just rapping. But everybody used to be like, bro, you spitting, like you really talking crazy, like you're really hard and shit. So then after I fast forward, after I linked up with my brother, my older brother, when I was like around like 16, 17, moved in with him, he had a studio at the crib. And I wasn't really taking it serious at that time, but that's when I really like recorded my first real song. Okay. Was with him when I was like, when I was 18. Yeah. When I was 18.
And who are some of your musical influences? Who are you listening to growing up?
I'ma definitely honestly say that my brother who I just spoke on, my brother Ace, he is one of my musical influences, because like him just seeing like they even had like even a glimpse of the rapper life when they was younger, and just like hearing, you know what I'm saying, because off of circumstances they could have made it, you know what I'm saying, motherfucker, you know, certain shit wasn't played, certain shit wasn't right, but just hearing them and seeing what they was doing, that shit kind of like made me wanna, it was just like, okay, my brother hard, my dad was hard, I'm like, this shit down there in my genetics, I gotta do this shit, like, this is what it is. And then like other than like my brother, I'm gonna probably say like, growing up like J. Cole was one of my biggest influences. Shit. I'm gonna say, damn, he probably was like, him and my brother was probably like the only influences I had. Now that I think about it, like growing up on the music still, I listened to a lot of shit, but like as far as like them influencing me and making me want to rap, it wasn't that. It was really like J. Cole and my brother for real.
Okay. Word. And at what point when you started recording music did you know that you was for real good at it and it was something that you wanted to pursue seriously?
Really the first song, just like, and it might have even been just cause like, you know how your friends be, you make your first song, you show it to your friends, they hype you up that bitch hard, you know what I'm saying? But then, fast forward a little bit, cause I made the first song when I was 18, think about a year or two later, I ended up going in front of some A&Rs from Atlantic Records. They came to Kalamazoo at Western University, and I performed in front of them. And like, they told me there was like some lyrically you there, but they like, we just not feeling what you saying. They're like, so we not saying you not actually doing this shit you talk about, but you not making us feel it. You know what I'm saying? And if you're not making us feel it, you can't make the crowd feel it, But they're like, lyrically you there. And that just always stuck in me, like, I've been lyrically there. I've been good with the rhymes. It was just about like putting my, and then at that time I feel like honestly it was just because I just wasn't at a good studio. You know what I'm saying? So they just, you know, it just wasn't good production. You know what I'm saying? I came there with what I had. You feel me? But it stuck with me. So then I feel like from that point, that's when I just kind of like knew. But I'm gonna say even more like recently, from like a couple years ago, I just be hearing like every song I make, it just get harder and harder and harder and harder. Then I'm trying different shit that come out hard. Everything just coming on fire for real. So
word. And what's your recording process? Like, are you punching in? Are you writing? Like what?
I punch in. Sometimes I may like write the chorus. Or like come up with the first couple of lines of my delivery, so just so I know how I want to come off in the booth and shit. Yeah. But it's mostly like punching.
Okay, word. And what have you found has been like the most challenging part of being an artist, being an entertainer, you know, so far as you've been, you know, building up your career?
I'ma more say like, I'm gonna say the business aspect, and maybe I'm gonna say like the business aspect and getting like full control of my city. Okay. Because I feel like that's an important thing as being an artist, is getting full control of your city.
Absolutely.
And just like, you know, due to circumstances, other things that have nothing to do with music, you know what I'm saying? There's fallout, shit like that, you know what I'm saying? But like, I'm gonna say that, and then maybe the business aspect, just because of the fact that I just wasn't on it.
Right.
You know, I was just making music, dropping videos, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, like, music is like 10% talent, 90% business.
For sure,
so,
for sure.
So it's like that's why I'm just now telling myself, I know I got the talent, now it's time to take the steps to put yourself out there and promote yourself.
Yeah, no,
advertise yourself, you know?
It's so important, bro, and you know, the business aspects of it is so important. I was just interviewing an artist where he was exposing somebody who was registering a bunch of independent artist songs that was that was, you know, had a heavy buzz or whatever, and you know what I mean, all of these artists been having hella motion but not really having their business on point, and so somebody had been registering all of these songs, and it just made everybody tighten up. But you know what I'm saying, cats not even realizing that they losing out on like hundreds of thousands of dollars because they ain't got their publishing set up. You know what I'm saying, got all the business side of it set up.
And like a lot of that should be important, because it just be like, you can even make a fire ass song, somebody hear it, steal your shit, that got a platform, and drop it, and then what can you do about it if you ain't got your shit in order?
Yeah.
You can't do nothing. Like, you really can't. You've been seen it before. Like, don't nobody really care about if a big artist take your lyrics. Don't nobody really give a fuck.
Right.
Because they like the song and they like that artist and they don't know you, or they can even know you, but they may like that artist more. So it just be like, no, that's like a real big part of like publishing your shit, making sure your shit is copywritten so nobody can steal your music or finesse you out of it. Then just even like making sure you're not signing no bullshit. Like, that's just like instilled in my head, just like not signing no bullshit, making sure the lawyers read over it, making sure I even read over it, even if I don't feel like it. Yeah. Because it got something to do with my life, you know what I'm saying?
Nah,
so
for
like,
sure.
Because you'll sell your soul in some of them contracts, you don't even know it, so.
Nah, it's real.
You gotta
and a lot of these new like distribution contracts, like all these companies is coming. As soon as you start getting a couple of streams, these companies coming and they like, all right, let me offer you a little something, you know what I'm saying? And it might be a little more than what you've been seeing, because they know that you got the potential to grow more, and then you stuck in this contract for some years or however long.
And you don't even know it because you ain't take the time to read or nothing. You were just signing, being anxious, and that's what they do. They come for people that's more like, you know, and that's why I be feeling like my life was lined up how it was, like me seeing the money that I seen, touching the money, and then seeing the people, like seeing my friends get signed and shit like that, and shit like, it just made me just be like, it made me be more aware. I'm more cautious of what I'm doing, so I just don't like make no mistakes or like get finessed or like just get stuck, because it just be like, and nobody got time for that. You put in all the work to try to get somewhere, you sign a deal, then you get cheated out of your money, or like, the person you signed to ain't even doing you right or putting you out there enough and all of that shit. That shit's some bullshit.
Yeah, nah, that's real. Is it a goal of yours to ever be signed, or would you prefer to be independent?
I would say this. I would say like where I am right now, me is like trying to build my name up. I would say I would be more acceptable to a deal. But if I was to get to the point where I have my own fan base and I see this shit doing what it's supposed to do all the way, it's like fuck all of that.
Yeah. No, that's real, because if done right, if the paperwork is read right and is on point, a deal can be a positive thing if you use the money the right way and all that. Actually use the money they give you and invest it more in your career instead of just buying material shit, or you know what I mean? Like,
fact. And that's why I be liking that I got my own money and like did and be doing my own shit. So it just be like, even if that money did come in, it'd be like, that's really gonna be shit that I'm like investing in features, videos, and all of that shit, and I'm getting it all back right off the business aspect and all of that shit. I'm not gonna be trying to buy chains off of that shit and all of that shit and cars, all of that shit off the rip. No, that I'm cool. Yeah. Man, like the way I look at it, even just like I even tell myself again, the money, I got to where I was at when I had nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So even where I'm at right now, I can still make something and make more. I don't gotta just jump into just trying to just be flashy and just show off for the net. Right. I can just, keep it where it's at and make sure I'm right, and then when I pop out, it's the right way. You know what I'm saying? Like even for like, not even for the net, just from my conscience. Like when I know I dropped that expensive ass car, I know that I don't owe no money on it, everything good. Yeah. I don't owe the label. I didn't just get $500K and just blow it on just a whole bunch of bullshit. I invested that shit in features and tours and the right shit.
Right, yeah. Because cats get that money, and then it's like you get that money, bro, and then you automatically go in the red. And now you basically just trying to recoup that. You know what I mean?
And it be because it be people that ain't never really seen it. And that's the people they go for. They go for people that you got talent. Yeah. We seen you ain't never seen no real money. Yeah. So we finna give you some money. We know you finna blow it. We really know what you finna do. Yeah. And we know we finna put you in debt. We know we got you in a fucked up contract. Yeah. And
because for most of these companies, they gotta spend a certain amount of money anyway, like each quarter, just to be able to get like they new funding, like at the top of their fiscal year. So for them, these is tax write-offs. All right, if you spend all your bread and kind of fuck off, then it's just a tax write-off. So it don't matter no way. You know what I mean? And we had to give you this 50, 60, 100 grand, whatever we gave you, because we needed to clear that off the books anyway.
And then it's like even ways to get that shit yourself, like some shit that I got put hip on, like, and it's like, at first, I had to like dabble into it to realize the steps wasn't that easy, but just long story short, you create your LLC, you put it in your motherfucking artist name, you get that shit. First off, you gotta build up your business, your personal credit first, because your business credit reflect your personal credit. And then you motherfuckers start dropping motherfucking money into your personal bank, write personal checks to yourself from your business. And then from that, you're gonna be getting all these credit card offers, but you don't accept a bunch of them. And then you wait till American Express come in, they're gonna offer you from 100 to 500K. And then that's all you. You're not from a label. You don't owe them no extra shit on top of the other shit. That's all you. Yeah. And that's shit. And that's what I'm on right now. Yeah. Shit, that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm on right now.
No, that's real, man. And then like what you do too is if you got partners, your day one, some of your partners, man, everybody make sure that they got good credit. You know what I'm saying? So that then y'all all get good credit, everybody get LLCs, and then if everybody has access to funds, then y'all can all build these companies together instead of depending on somebody else coming and giving you a deal where the like you recouping and everything is almost impossible.
Because it just be like, because at the end of the day, no matter if you sign with a label, no matter what deal you sign, even if you're making good money, they're making way more. Yeah. And it just be like, shit, all they did was really just put you out there. Right. And they had the name to put you out there. Right. There's different ways to get yourself out there. But that's why I said me being where I'm at right now, I would be more acceptable to it just because, and it just matter what the contract looks like. Right. But if I was already like established, just how like Young Dolph was, where it was just like, that's how I feel he was. He probably would have took a deal early on too. But then once he got established and then motherfuckers trying to sign to me, like, nah, fuck that. Cause y'all tripping? Like, nigga, I'm seeing the money. Y'all know I'm seeing the money. So I'm not taking that $1 million or that $2 million or that $3 million. I don't give a fuck if I'm not even making that in a year. I'm gonna end up making that in a year, and this just be like, nigga, I'm gonna be eating at the end of the day. So like, I'm about to feed myself, or I ain't about to feed myself crumbs and feed you the whole plate.
Yeah. Nah, and I was moving around with Young Dolph back in those early days, and I'll tell you, his mind frame was always fuck a deal, because he always had his own bag. So like anything that anybody could offer him, he always had access to that or something close to it, to where it's like you got to be offering something.
He was just like, I need more than that. I need more than that, because I can do this shit all myself, and I've been doing it. And it's just like, once you see you doing it yourself, it ain't no reason to go with nobody. Like, once you see this shit really happen, and then it's like in your face, and you like, I've been doing this myself, this shit going on. I got all these deals in my face. Fuck that shit. They know what they doing. I'm doing something right. That's why they coming like that, because they really trying to shark me before I like realize that I'm like doing this shit the right fucking way.
Right. Yeah, catch you before you really got the knowledge to know, you know what I'm saying, what it is. So, man, let's talk about your project, Shelter Child, that you dropped back in December. Can you tell me, like, what was your mind frame when you was recording that project?
So, even when I ain't even gonna act like, when I recorded Shelter Child, it was like planned. It was more so like, I just got a fat ass vault.
Yeah.
And once I recorded this song called Change, it was just like, that is just like inspired the whole tape, because it was just like, shit, that's me, Shelter Child, you know what I'm saying? I really came up from nothing. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And it was just like, a lot of people, even family, they didn't see me being somewhere they ain't see me being where I am now. And it just be like, you know what I'm saying? I was having a conversation with my cousin the other day. She like, shit, she's like, it'd be fucked up, because it'd be like, and it's like no shade, but it's just like, you know, it'd be like family members that talked down on us when we was kids, because they thought their kids was gonna be better, and it'd be like, look at us and look at them now, and it'd be like, shit, look what we doing. It'd be like, shit, it just be shit like that, and it'd be like, shit, I'd be happy that shit happened, because honestly, if it didn't, I probably wouldn't be who I am.
Word. One of my favorite songs on the project was Can't Leave.
Can't Leave? Yeah, that's my shit.
You gotta shoot a visual.
Yeah, no, that's my shit. That's my shit.
Yeah. Can you talk about that song and like what it means to you?
Shit, Can't Leave is just more just saying I can't leave this shit alone. Like, I can't leave this money shit alone. I can't leave chasing my dreams alone. It's just more just saying like, just like I'm on that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And it was like I said, I punch in most of my music. That's definitely a song that I got punched in, but that's just really just like the basis with it on. Like, I can't leave this shit alone. Like, this shit on the flow, I see it. It's just like I see it. So it's just like, no matter what's going on right now, I see it. So it's just like I'm getting closer and closer. So I'm chasing that.
Okay. Word. And if somebody wanted to know, like, what some other songs they could listen to really catch a vibe of who you are and get an idea of you, what would you tell them to listen to on the project?
Change for sure. Change for sure is a song. I'm gonna say Like That. Day by Day, 100%. Them all on Shelter Child.
Okay.
And then I got like other songs that's on like YouTube that's like hard as a bitch that ain't like on Apple Music, like Freestyle, motherfucking Record Breaker, like, yeah. And then I just dropped a song a day or two ago called Hellraiser.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, that bitch hard too.
Yeah, I peeped that. Yeah, it's a video for that one too. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Nah, I was rocking with that. Can you talk about, so you recently dropped a song called BBL with Louie Ray.
Yeah.
And dropped a video for that too. Mm-hmm. Can you talk about that joint?
So BBL was already previously recorded. I met Louie Ray when I went to South by South Wireless. Okay. I mean, South by Southwest. I always say that shit wrong. Okay. But, and then my videographer, my homie A4, he had put me hip to this shit, because I ain't know nothing about none of that shit. That event was even a thing.
Oh, you mean South by?
Yeah, okay, I didn't even know that event was even a thing. So then he invited me to like one of the vendor stands in there. I met Louie Ray there. We chopped it up. I told her I wanted to get a feature. And then we just made that shit happen. And then we linked up at the studio, shot the video to BBL. I was in Houston. I had put some scenes from that shit in there. And then we had recorded another track while we was there. And that's when my brother on there, and we ended up dropping another song called Trifle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Word. Have you ever paid for a BBL?
Hell nah. Fuck nah.
Hey, gotta ask, shit.
Ain't my stilo.
Nah, I could dig that. I rock with that joint Trifling with you and Louie Ray and
that's the one I was just talking about. Yeah. The one I was just talking about. Yeah, that bitch hard too. You know, for sure. Yeah. That's why I said we recorded BBL, and after we did that, shit, we just made some more magic real quick.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And
what is A Stoney from where you from?
Yeah, that's my brother.
Okay,
yeah,
because he was in a video dancing like a Milwaukee cat.
Yeah, he is supposed to be here and shit. That nigga just running late and shit. He was supposed to be here and shit.
Yeah, nah, rock with bro. No, that's what's up. You said in one of your songs that you don't trust the banks, that you keep the money under the mattress, man. Is that real?
I don't necessarily keep the money under the mattress. And I do got a bank account, but I don't trust it. I got a bank account just because it's necessary, because I got to do the business shit.
Yeah.
But nah, I don't trust banks because what I do. Just be like, nah, I ain't fucking with that shit. And
yeah.
I know you can. I know what you can do. So you're like, hell no, I don't fuck with them. Nah, but I ain't literally keeping that shit in the mattress. Hell no.
It's some cats that's still keeping that shit in the shoeboxes.
In that shoebox, you know what I'm saying? But not the mattress.
Right. That's too close.
I ain't taking it back to the 60s and shit.
Yeah. You just collab with BHM Pezzy too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, when y'all dropping that?
We about to I'm supposed to be shooting the video to that while I'm here in Atlanta. I'm about to be performing at the Boosie Pool Party tomorrow.
Okay.
And then either today or tomorrow we're gonna be dropping the visuals to that. And then I'm gonna probably drop that shit. I really don't know, but it's gonna get dropped during the summer for sure.
Okay, word. And any plans on a new project coming soon or anything?
Yeah, but I got hella new shit coming. I got a couple singles, and then I got another project that I'm there about to drop called Golden. Man, that's gonna be an album, and I'm gonna make it. And that bitch gonna be the one for sure.
Word. No, I can dig that. Man, what would you say is one of the biggest life lessons that you've learned?
Biggest life lesson that I learned, I could say, is don't take nothing for granted. And it's almost a lesson in everything. You know what I'm saying? Like bad, good, negative, you know, it's almost a lesson in everything. It's a positive outlook to take. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Just people who like bump their head a lot and keep doing the same shit, they ain't seen the lesson to learn. And that's why they keep bumping their head. Yeah. That's why they keep doing the same shit, getting locked up, you know, shit like that. I feel like, our life lesson is very important. I feel like I learned that early on. I ain't bumped my head too many times. Definitely not in the same spot. Yeah. Might be a couple different areas, but never in the same spot. A lot of people bumping their head in the same exact spot.
Yeah, that's real. Making the same mistakes,
the
2, 3,
same
4
exact
times.
ones, and I'm learning from every one of them, and now it's like, now I'm locked in.
Yeah, so. For real. I mean, experience is everything. Like having the experience, like putting the reps in. You know what I mean?
Yeah. If you don't never, you don't know what you're doing. If you don't take the steps, you just gonna always be a beginner, thinking you know what you're doing.
Right.
There's a lot of people that told themselves that something would be like something, and then once they took the steps, they're like, oh shit.
Yeah, it's totally different.
Yeah, that's not how I thought I was gonna be.
Yeah, for real. And then when you going for your goals, you think it's gonna be one way. But then shit, it's so many turns along the way.
Yeah, it's like a maze. It's like a maze. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta jump over shit, all type of shit. That, you know what I'm saying? It's just all about not giving up is like a big thing. Man. Like real shit, not giving up.
It's huge, bro.
It's easy to give up, and it's hard to keep on going.
For sure.
Especially when shit ain't looking like, when it's like not looking like how you projected it to be or how you want it to be. Yeah. It's real easy to give up, but it's just like, you gotta keep going.
Bro, I remember starting off the Porch and us shooting the first couple of interviews and them not getting as many views as we wanted them to get. So then we stopped shooting. We, just stopped doing it. And then after a while, I was like, nah, wait a minute. Like, we gotta do this, and we need to get 100 interviews, you know what I'm saying, before we could say that this ain't working.
It's like y'all just started.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and that's what people want to see is that you serious about it. You know how many people that seen people start some shit and not finish it?
Come on.
So it's like,
yeah,
they ain't got no faith in you yet.
right.
Sometimes you gotta help people build that faith in you.
Yeah. I mean, most people, when shit get hard, they give up. You know what I'm saying? So that's...
And that should be too easy. So yeah, you just gotta keep going. Like you just, especially if it's something you really seen yourself doing, if you really like be envisioning yourself, you could just be walking around, driving, and you just be thinking about this shit and it just pop up in your head. Yeah, you gotta keep going with that shit.
Nah, for sure. What's some things that you do to keep a positive mindset, like even when, you know, being faced with, you know, adversity and, you know, all that?
Realistically, I smoke. I might like talk to my girl about some shit. I'm probably like two things. Yeah, they're probably like either like smoke or like talk to my girl, or talk to like one of the bros, or sometimes I even like talk to myself just to just like figure some shit out because I be feeling like I got the answers. I'm just like my mind ain't in the space that it needs to be in to receive them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So sometimes you just need to just chill out, think a little bit, and then everything will come together.
Nah, I can dig it. No, that's real. It's so important for us to find those couple of things that we do, you know what I mean? Like when times is getting tough or when we just need to find answers or get clarity, you know what I mean? So whether it's smoking, whether it's taking a walk, you know what I mean? Like whatever it may be, you know what I mean? Like it's just super important for us to do those things to stay grounded.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Facts.
Yeah, word. You got any like type of message that you want to, you know, share with the people that's on the come up and, you know, people that's looking to move towards their goals like what you doing?
So like I said, just like never giving up. Like not giving up is a big thing because it's just like, I mean, if you starting a restaurant, if you rapping, if you finna go to college, all that shit gonna seem hard at first because when you was first thinking about it and all that shit, it just seems so easy. Just how they say, you know, you can talk it better than you can do it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like all that shit seemed easy, and it's just like with almost everything you had to do in life, it was a process from walking, crawling, all of that shit. It was all a process you had to learn. So just your whole shit about your life was all about being patient, taking the steps to get to where you gotta get. And you just gotta do that with everything. So it's just be like trust the process, keep doing what you're doing, fuck what everybody talking about, and just don't give up. For real.
Right. No, I can dig it. And you got anything else that you working on that you want to share?
Shit, like I said, I got an album I'm working on called Golden. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna be. I ain't even got no date for y'all on that, but just know I got hella bangers dropping for the summer. I got more events I'm supposed to be performing at the Kevin Gates Festival in Michigan. It's a lot of shit on the flow. It ain't a lot of shit that I can really just say right now. Yeah. But it's a lot of shit in motion.
Okay, word. I can dig that. And you got any shout outs you want to give before we get out of here?
Shit, I want to give a shout out to my dog Vic in Dallas. He been in my one of my engineers. I just linked up with him. He called DX. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to you know, like I said, my dog Ace and my brother. He is supposed to be here. You know what I'm saying? Shit, I'm gonna say shout out to everybody who just been rocking with me, who just been believing in me, just been staying with me through the whole journey, who ain't gave up on me and just like really trusting the process, you know what I'm saying? This shit gonna happen, man. This shit on the flow. I'm gonna do this shit for me, the fam, all of y'all, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Dorzell, appreciate you jumping off the porch with us, my boy.
Nah, for sure.
I'm a shelter child, yeah, I really came from nothing. I was running through the streets, you know I bump into some money. I'm a method guy, show you 1,000 ways to make